Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back. All aboard the Monster Train. This is Bro. I'm back with you here. We're going to play a little bit more Monster Train. We've enjoyed our time so far, and let's just jump right in. We're going to, we played this. It's been a few days since our first few playthroughs. Gosh, it's that phlegm in the mouth. It's just catching up with me. So let's go ahead. We're going to start a new run. We've not made any more progress. I have had a chance to kind of read over the game a little bit, understand a little bit better, so hopefully we can play a little bit more conducively and kind of know what we're getting into. We're going to stick with what works right now, so let's just start with the Hellhorn clan, the Awoken, as our allied clan, and we're going to go ahead and depart. I don't feel like we've really embraced everything they have to offer to switch it off, but maybe next time. So again, the final boss, we've never seen the final boss, so hopefully we'll make it all the way there. At least that's the hope. And so just like always, we're going to start off with a champion. We're going to upgrade that champion. Let's see, the last time we had a defense one that gave us some armor, I believe. So why don't we go back with this plus 10 attack. We've tried that once. The multi-strike was good, but the rage, it just kind of drops the attack slowly, and it doesn't end up being that great for us. So let's just go ahead. We'll do this. He's going to get stronger every time he kills something, and we need to try and get him to kill more people. That's actually how we got a little bit further against a few bosses. And we'll grab an artifact here. So let's see, Hell's Banner. When you summon the second unit during a turn, gain 2 energy. So that's actually pretty cool. Or units cost -1 energy. Ooh. I really feel like this would be better. A lot of our units are actually only 1 or 2 energy to use, or 1 or 2 fire, flame. I think it's flame. Let's go ahead and jump into battle though, and see kind of what's going on here. So let's see. We can't turn on the trial. We've done this before. Non-boss enemy units gain +4 attack and an extra unit. So let's go ahead and turn it on. This is the first battle. We should be able to handle ourselves, I would hope. I can't imagine that they're going to make it ridiculously too strong. If you've never watched this before, this is Monster Train. It is a deck builder roguelite. It's a lot of fun. Very similar to like Slay the Spire if you've ever played that before. So see, we can already it's making it. It's an ember. I said flame. Ember, flame. You get what I'm saying. So let's go ahead. We're going to pop the train straight up here. But it's very similar to Slay the Spire, except this is a little bit more focused on strategy. So it's almost like a roguelite deck building strategy game, as opposed to like just a roguelite card game or deck builder game. So I really like the way that we have these 3 levels. We can build it up as we play. It's been a ton of fun to do. So right now we actually are going to lose both characters. You can see that with the little X, but we've got these 3 torches, and we are just going to boom, boom, and boom, all 3 out of the way. So perfect for us. And I guess we could have let that guy attack and try and buff up. That probably would have been a smarter thing. We've got this little cherub up here. He's going to give us a little bit of health, it's a little bit of coins. If we can get his health down to 0, and we will. Let's see. We got this little torch here. Unfortunately, I think that we are going to lose all our characters. But let's go ahead and see what happens here. Maybe I was a little overzealous and thought we could take on this challenge way before we could take on this challenge. So let's see. We'll bump him down here. Yeah, I think maybe I was a little too uppity up on the up. So I think you kind of get the idea of what's going on here. We're going to have this final boss here on each wave of combat, or each encounter of combat. And this boss has that relentless, so it's just going to continually attack us until it's dead. So let's go ahead. We're going to get rid of these little guys here. And unfortunately, I think we kind of put ourselves in a bad spot. So he's going to kill our train steward, and we're going to go up to this next level. Luckily, we do have some of these heals left up here, so we'll just pop those on that guy. And it's going to only give us 5 damage. I guess you're probably thinking, bro, why didn't you just hit him with the torches and do 6 damage as opposed to 5? And you know what? That you should probably be the one conducting the train here, not me. But you didn't come to see perfect play. You came here to be entertained. And if I've told you anything, it's that I'm not a perfect man. So, you know, we did do that that challenge, and we did get that unit banner. So I believe that means we're going to get a new unit. So let's go ahead and collect, get some coins here. We get to choose a card from both clans. So far we've not taken any of these imps, and I just cannot get myself to take them. But it is free, so there is something to be said. It would be different if we could add more people onto each train car. 3 piercing damage would be good. You know what? Let's just take the coins and run. So here we have a few different options. We've got to restore 10 health and draw 1. Draw 1 card each turn. So this would be free, and it's a little enemy. It's probably going to die pretty quick, but it will let us draw a new card. And then this is a restore 15 health and deal that damage to the front enemy. We did actually use this the last time, so let's go ahead and put this in. Even if we're not going to use it now, we'll build towards it. And then we do get another unit. So we haven't been able to actually use this unit at all because he's been 4 energy, but now that he's 3, it is possible we could use him and actually get him out on the field. The Animus is going to be free, and it's got multi-strike, so it's going to hit 3 times there for 3 damage. And then we've got this rail beater. It's 10 armor. Let's see, strike triggers when attacking. Push the attacking unit to the back. So that would be interesting. We get some of the people that we've attacked and kind of filter them back to the back of the car, and then that way we can hit earlier people and kill them. But let's go with this big guy. We haven't used him yet. Let's try him and see what happens. Hopefully he'll be the glue that keeps us together. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to upgrade. We can upgrade our magic and get an awoken unit, or get some coin and upgrade our guys, I guess. Our units. That's what I'm trying to say. Forge your units. I should have just read it. That would have told me. So let's do that. Let's forge our units, get a little bit of gold here. And in fact, I'm going to leave here first, pick the gold up, and then come in here. That way we have a little bit more to play with. So we can make a unit cost less, give them 15 extra health, or gain multi-strike. And let me tell you, gaining multi-strike on this big guy would be awesome, because now he's so strong. We could give him a little bit more health, or we could actually make him cheaper, which would be easier to play. So why don't we do that? So now he's actually 2. So 2 for 60 attack is 30 each time. So if they have like spikes on them, we do get damaged twice. We could also do this and upgrade a unit's health up by 15. You know what? Why don't we save our money for now? That's the smart money. Actually, I'm going to go back in and let's get rid of some cards. So we want to kind of thin our deck. We want to be a thin deck daddy. Thin deck daddy. There's a streamer a popular streamer that I like to watch, and he used to play Slay the Spire, and he used to always say he wants a thin deck. He wants to be a thin deck daddy. So that's kind of the inspiration here. That's what we want to do. So let's get rid of. You know what? We didn't use a whole lot of restores, so why don't we just get rid of 1 restore? And now we can't even buy either one of those. We'll jump out. We'll jump to the next combat, and hopefully we'll get it. While this is loading, I'm going to wet my whistle here a little bit, and let's read that trial. Enemy units enter with a spell shield, and I believe that spell shield is absorb the first hit of damage. So that would be actually probably a little easy for us to do, but we're only getting 50 coins. I don't think that it's necessary. So let's just go ahead and jump in. We get some points for it, but there's not a whole lot you can do with points. So we did get our big dude. I do think it's important that we pop him in here. We just put him right down here, and we'll actually put our Hornbreaker Prince. Now the question is, do we put the Hornbreaker Prince at the front and let him take a little bit of damage, or do we put this guy in the front? I think maybe we put the Hornbreaker Prince, because then we know nobody's going to get past him, and this guy is going to get ridiculously strong. There's nothing else we really can do here, so let's just go ahead. And you can already see he's got 25 health. Now if we do get a heal item, this would be a great time for that. And unfortunately we're not going to. And he is going to die. Unless I can do something here. I guess I can torch. Let's torch this little cherub up here. And let's torch this back guy. Is that going to save him? No. Let's torch this back guy. Oh, that is going to save him. So we're going to get a little bit stronger, and that's going to save. And you know what? While we're doing it, let's pop the Train Steward on the next level and go from there. So we got a little break here before the Big Daddy comes out. Let's go ahead and restore his health up. So he's ready to fight. We'll pop some trained stewards up to the next 2 levels and go ahead and end our turn. So now we've got the big bad of this wave right here. Again, he's got that relentless. We definitely want to get rid of this lady back here because she's going to get those spikes, and we definitely do not want them. Excuse me, I'm sorry that I have a little bit of phlegm there. It's unsettling, I'm sure. For you, it's unsettling for me. We'll hit the torch. Let's hit that twice. Boom and boom. And we should be in a good place here. The enemies do get to actually attack first, which is unfortunate for us because even though we buffed that guy real good, he wasn't able to really attack and use that because he's got such low health. So we really want to upgrade that health for sure. So we'll grab the 25 coins. We get to grab 2 more decks. Again, another imp that's going to summon 10 armor, which might be good. That may actually be helpful. Piercing damage, a 5, and apply 15 armor. That actually sounds awesome, especially for that Hornbreaker Prince, giving him a little bit more staying power and ascend up the floor. This would be good, but honestly, I haven't had to take anybody up or down the floors yet. I don't really see the need for that. I guess if someone's going to die, then that would be a good way to do that. But let's just take this second card here, and then Razor's Edge, enhance a unit for +8 attack and -2 health. So that actually would be really interesting with a real strong guy, or even one of our smaller guys. Not our Hornbreaker Prince, because he doesn't have a whole lot of health. So let's try that. Let's see what happens. And again, we're going to go ahead and we're going to upgrade our deck and do this again. Let's see. We can get some Pyre health. That would be helpful, but I don't think it's necessary. Why don't we go this way, and then we can upgrade a little bit of our magic as well. And we'll jump right in here. We've got one that's going to make the cost less, upgrade the magic power, but make it a little bit more expensive. And we can't help do the keepstone, which lets us hold over, I believe, if we play it. Yeah, so if we play it, then we would keep it. It was helpful, actually, our last run. Maybe it was 2 runs ago, but I don't think we necessarily need it. Let's go ahead and let's do the Ember Stone. Make something a little bit cheaper. And actually, if we can make this a 1, that's going to be incredible. And really, we could actually upgrade it, augment that. Let's see, what does that do? So 15 damage and then 15 armor for 2. You know what? Let's do that. We're augmenting that card a little bit, but I think it's going to end up being worth it. And we'll go to the next. We're going to go ahead and fight. Actually, you know what? We need to actually get the rest of our stuff here. So this big guy here has a lot of health, and we've actually seen him before and was a lot of fun. Let's see, add a sting spell to our hand. This is interesting. A sting is going to be a 5 damage, so really this card is a 5/30, but we get a little bit more versatility. So that may not be horrible to use, but she's not real strong. But we could use our upgrade card and make her even better. So why don't we do that? Why don't we get the Vine Mother? We're augmenting a little bit. Let's see, we've had this multiple times, and we've upgraded cards, we've gotten rid of things. This is a new one. Let's see, the Historian makes his way towards the train in his unusual carriage. Hellborn, how fortunate am I that our travels have finally crossed paths. I am recording the events of Armageddon for prosperity. Possibly futile, I know, but I shall make a fortune if you do somehow succeed. So would you characterize yourself as honest, aggressive, or stealthy? Honest, we get we get 50 times gold. That's incredible. Or X times gold, and that's a card. That's incredible. Let's see. Your Pyre gets +1 attack and 10 for every 10 gold you have. So that's going to be 2 attack. That's not real great. And deal 2 damage to an enemy unit. If we slay, we get 50 gold. I really think that honest would be good for us here. So let's do that. I have not seen this guy yet. This is interesting. A little bit of a way to get more coinage so that we can upgrade. Again, this is a pre-release beta demo. My words are all jumbled today. So, you know, I assume that things are going to be a little bit different in the full game, and when that comes out, we will jump into that as well. Let's see. This is going to be our first boss. Every 3 floors, we're going to fight a boss, and he's a little bit more intense than the normal fights that we do. I think we have made it to him every time. I think he killed us the first round. I don't think that's going to be the case this time. So he's going to have these little bombs that he's going to spawn every turn, and when they blow up on their turn, they deal 3 damage. And then, let's see, deal 2 damage to the front enemy unit whenever they die. So we definitely want to put somebody that's got a little bit more health in the front. We don't want to put this real cheap guy here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pump him in here. We could upgrade the attack a little bit. Let's put the Hornbreaker Prince back here. And you know what? Why don't we... Oh, we don't have enough. We don't have enough. Let's hit him. We'll extinguish him. Do a little bit of damage to our front guy. And go from there. So that bomb isn't going to hurt anybody because no one's on that level. But at least we did a little bit of damage. And we did upgrade his attack power there. So we can purge and gain 50 times gold. So we could do that. That actually wouldn't be a horrible idea for us. But, you know what? You know, I'm feeling... Well, we don't want this guy to die. And he's definitely going to die if we don't do something. So why don't we take out... Let's take this guy out. And then let's heal him. So he's going to survive. So that's good. So we could get... I mean, we're going to get at least 50 gold off this. But it will purge it. Oh, so we can only use it one time. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't think we probably want to wait until we have a chance to really use it. It would have helped if I would have actually read the card, I suppose. I just assumed that Purge was like getting it out of our deck for this round. That would have made the most sense to me. Okay, so we did get our branding right, that piercing 15 damage and 15 armor. So we definitely want to do that. Now let's do that right here to this front guy. Oh, it gives him armor? Well, that's stinky. That's not what we wanted. Okay, well, now I feel sheepish. Bleh. We don't have enough Ember to do anything. So this is actually not a good turn for us, unfortunately. I do not like that. I did not read that. That is my fault. Why don't we're gonna put the Vine Mother here, and I guess we don't get. Oh, after combat we get that. So yeah, it looks like we won't get it the first turn. We'll start getting it the second turn. She's gonna take a little bit of damage, but let's get these. Let's get these guys out of here. That's unfortunate that I didn't read that right. We'll restore his health up a little bit. We'll go ahead and end that turn. Do a little bit of damage here to the boss. You see, that's why you read the cards. If you're gonna learn something from this video, you need to learn. That's where you're gonna read the cards. So see, that's unfortunate. Damage is dealt to armor before health. Each point of armor blocks one. Yeah, okay, we know that. Yeah, that is very unfortunate. I guess you could just use that here to one of these guys, but it's like ridiculously strong for no reason. Let's add a little bit of attack onto her, and let's torch the bomb for sure, and we'll sting the front enemy here. So we're only going to do 4 damage, or only get 4 damage done. So that's not horrible. We definitely could have worse. And this guy's going to go ahead to the front. And the boss, now that we're on that final wave, is going to start to attack. So you can see both of our guys here are going to die. Let's go ahead. We'll pop her off. Let's heal. And we're going to heal again. And then we'll sting just the boss. And it looks like we're going to make it. I'm not sure how we did it, but it looks like we're going to make it. I guess that Hornbreaker Prince getting a little upgrade has actually been a good thing for us. Excuse me while I wet my whistle here just a little bit. And let's go ahead and collect the coins. Now we're going to upgrade our pyre with a new artifact. We've been doing the energy every turn, and it gives, all of these are going to give 10 attack and 20 health to our pyre. This is going to let us put a little bit stronger or bigger boys on each floor, which is good. But we didn't do that until after the second boss. So let's go ahead. The energy, I think, is very important here for sure. Now let's see, sacrifice an imp and deal 50 damage to the front enemy. So you can see where like the imps play in, and probably would have been a good deal. Consume, apply 2 rage and 2x rage and 2x armor. That's not bad. Restore friendly unit to full health. I do think that we need this. I think that one is non-negotiable. Let's see, resolve, so that should be after combat triggers. We can gain 5 armor, so he'll get 5 armor every round as long as he survives. If we can buff him up a little bit, that's good. This guy, though, for free and having, he'll end up with 60 health by the end of it. Or, well, he'll have 50 health and increases it up to 50. I guess I should read, like, learn from my lesson. Learn from your lesson, bro, and realize that it's 50 max, not plus 50. And then we do this one again and get that sting. So let's do the Awoken Hollow. We have used him before, and we really like that card. That's a good card for us to use from time to time. Okay, so we can go over here and duplicate a card, which that actually would be interesting with that big guy that we have. Get a new artifact and get rid of some cards, or we can upgrade a unit, get a new unit, and get some more coins. So why don't we go over here? Let's get rid of some stuff we're not using, and we will make a second copy of this. I honestly think we're going to just get rid of this because it's horrible. Like, I didn't realize when I read that's what that meant. Let's go ahead. We'll duplicate this, because having 2 of those will be great. We'll remove 2 cards, and I do think, even though we upgraded it, let's go ahead and remove it, get it out of here. It's not doing anything, and we'll just get rid of. Let's just get rid of a basic torch. It's only doing 2 damage, and let's grab a new artifact. Rage does not decay on friendly units, so this would actually be really interesting. Keeping rage on somebody, or apply daze to enemy units that move between floors, and daze, they skip their next attack turn. So again, this would be interesting as well. But we're trying to kill people on that first floor. So why don't we take this rage? That will help us kind of build off that for the rest, and we'll go ahead and attack this next group of enemies. And we're making great progress. 21 minutes, and we're already past the first boss. I mean, that's good for us. Non-boss enemies get 6+ attack, so that would kill us because I'm not smart enough to know how to attack past that. So let's just learn from our mistakes so far. We're going to do the best that we can. So see if we could upgrade. We got the capacity level up here. If we could upgrade this for 1 more, we could have 2 of these guys on the bottom floor, which would be insane for us. But let's go ahead. We're definitely going to pop 1 down here. And I do think that we should put this Hornbreaker Prince down here. And we still have 2 energy, so let's just go ahead and pop him up to the next level, and we'll end the turn. Now, if we feel comfortable, we could use that coin card for 4x, and that would be awesome. That would be super helpful. So this guy has 11 health coming out. We could make him so much stronger, but we'd have to take a little bit of his health away. I think that it might be worth doing. Let's go ahead. We're gonna put this Big Daddy up at the top level because he is free. Why don't we restore a little health? You know what, we're gonna do that. Let's do that. It's gonna hurt him a little bit, and then we will restore some more health on him. And then let's go ahead and end the turn. So we did get that I think it's 75 gold on him, so that's awesome. And we'll go ahead and see. He did slay, so we got a little bit stronger. This guy's a little down in the dumps on health, but we could use this restoration, and that would actually hurt this guy. I think 15. Restore 15 health to a friendly unit, deal damage to the front equal to double the amount healed. So yeah, that would actually be awesome for us. And he's got incant, so gains 10 armor. Triggers when you cast a spell on this floor. You see, that's why you read the card before you attack, but that's okay. So he's gonna get more armor if we use a spell. We don't want to do that. So let's jump up here. We're going to restore his health just a little bit. And let's go ahead and pass the turn. They're going to do the job that they need to do anyways for us. And we've got a Vine Mother here. We could pop her up on the second floor, give a little bit of a buffer there to our big boy in the back. And we've got some trained stewards. You know what? We might be able to start getting rid of a few trained stewards. So let's pop him up there. And I don't think it's necessary. If we use this, he's going to gain 10 health, which is going to be more of a problem for us. Though he probably is going to pummel right through him. So why don't we'll just do that. Go ahead and do that. So yeah, that's going to actually help us, now that I think about that a little bit more. We did get a sting. He's going to hurt him. And we've got a little bit of a break here. So unfortunately, we didn't get a big restore on this, or we didn't get our 4x gold card, which would have been really good for us. But let's go ahead. We'll restore on him. Restore some more on him. Oh, he is at full. And we'll go up here to the very top and restore on the big guy. Just in case we get that far, I don't think that it's going to be an issue. And that sting should stay in our deck. So we got this big boy here. We're going to do 227 damage to him. If we could do more damage to him, that'd be great. Why don't we go ahead and buff her up? Well, you know what? This is the perfect time for us to use this. Let's go ahead and use this. It gives us a ridiculous amount of gold, and honestly, we don't have anything else to do. We'll use a sting just to do a little bit more damage to him. He is going to make it past this floor, but that's unfortunate. But we are going to do a ridiculous amount of damage. Doubling that big dude is definitely going to be helpful for us. So he's only got 18 health. He's not going to make it past this floor. We'll do a sting, and we will restore for. You know what? Let's not even do it. Let's just let him finish. That is a big daddy. You know what? We probably could have done the extra attack, but I'm glad that we didn't, because we didn't test it. So Inferno, this is going to deal 100 damage to friendly and enemy units. There's no way I'm ever going to get this card. That seems horrible to hurt our units. I guess if you didn't have somebody on that floor, that's where it would work. And 100 damage, you're probably thinking that 100 damage would be more than what we're doing with our guys usually. See, sacrifice an imp and gain 5. So this would actually be interesting if we could get that to work. And see, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 5 times the amount of armor on friendly units. So we don't have any way to really get armor. So why don't we try this, and we'll see if we can pick up some imps. If we can't, then it's okay. Channel Song is super good. It's gonna make a free unit and buff them ridiculously. And if we can get rid of some of those train stewards, it's gonna be even better for us. Let's see, apply 3 spike and enhance with 10 health. That's good. Descend, so restore 10 health and drop them down a floor. You could play with that and get somebody up at the top floor, like that big dude that gets 50 max HP and drop him down. So that would definitely be helpful with that. Excuse me. I may have to cough here for a second. Nope, I think we're good. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to pick up Channel Song. We've done this before in the past, and I do think that's the right course of action. So now we have a ridiculous amount of coins, so I do think we should upgrade, and going here would be a great thing. But we could duplicate another champ. You know what? And we get to upgrade our champion here. I do think upgrading is the right call here. And we can get rid. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go this route. So we'll go ahead, let's duplicate. We could duplicate this guy. We could duplicate Channel Song. If we duplicate this guy, we could have 3 of them, which is going to make our deck really, really sick. And you know what? Let's do that. We're going to duplicate it. Then we have 1 for each floor. And let's go ahead and get rid of. Let's go ahead and get rid of a train steward here. And we can get rid of 2. And we will do that. Let's get rid of 2. We'll pick up the gold. We're going to upgrade our champion here. So every time he kills somebody, he gets plus 20 attack. He does get a little bit more health. If we do this one, he gets multi-strike and rage, plus 2 attack per stack, and 5. And he keeps the slay. So that's not horrible, but honestly, having just the more base is probably better, and the more health. If we could get a way to upgrade his health, that would be beneficial to us. And we'll go ahead and let's jump into the next. We're making great time here. We're at 30 minutes and already to the second boss, or almost to the second boss, which is great. Let's see, enemy units enter with 10 armor. You know what? I do think that is doable. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of water here. So why don't we go ahead and we'll turn that trial on. Try and get a little bit more points and definitely a little bit more gold. And we are ready to go to a shop. So we should get some of these big boys right away with as many as we have. And we did. So we're gonna pop him in here. He's gonna take 15 damage, which is unfortunate. We could put this big guy up here at the front. but he probably would die straight away. We definitely don't want that. So let's Hornbreaker Prince back here, and we'll... You know what? See, this is where the capacity is going to come in, is because now we don't have the capacity to put him and one of these big demon fiends. So we'll hold him, and let's try and kill this front guy here, which we're not going to do because he has armor, because I forgot about that. But that's okay. That's okay. Ooh, stealth 1. What is stealth? They don't have it anymore. So that's unfortunate for us. That is very unfortunate for us. So we're going to pop him up here. We do know that he's going to survive. Maybe stealth allows them to sneak past. So triggers when an enemy unit dies. So if this guy dies, he's going to get 10 armor. That's unfortunate for us too. And he needs to heal. So why don't we just go ahead and do this, and we'll do a little bit of damage as well. So not horrible. This guy is not going to die, but we should be in a good spot here in the next round. And we've got somebody already getting to the 3rd level, which is unfortunate. I shouldn't... Okay, so these guys are going to have that stealth. Not a target in combat for the next turn. So they are automatically going to go to the 2nd floor. We haven't seen these guys yet, so that's actually really interesting. We have one available unit, which is going to be that guy that we passed on. So we don't want to use this right now, unfortunately. I do think... I do think popping a Vine Mother here on the 2nd floor is a good idea. Get a little bit strong, or a little bit of a damage buffer there. And popping the Fiend here on the 3rd level is probably the right call. Even though we really wish we could have got Channel Song here first. And then, you know what, I think we should... No, we don't want to do that because the capacity isn't there. So let's just pop... You know what, we'll hold it. Let's just hold it, and let's just heal this guy down here at the bottom floor, and we'll go ahead and intern from there. So those fiends are super strong. They're definitely helpful. We got a Sting here. Unfortunately, these guys are going to go to the next level, which is not good for us. And then we've got this guy, but this won't be an attacked unit on the 1st floor, so he won't get the armor, which is good for us. He's getting 10 damage, so he'll be down by 3. So we could do that to him and buff him, but I don't think that's necessary. Why don't we buff this back one? Because he's got a little bit of a shield going on in front of him. And we've got a Sting here. We could sting this front unit, do a little bit of damage there. We don't have any imps, so that's not going to really do anything for us. Let's go ahead and heal our front unit, and let's just do a little bit more damage here, just so we can, help our crew out, our trained crew. So, like I said, a lot of fun. We're doing a better job this turn. Oh, we can instantly re-heal all the way. So, we're gonna do that here on this for sure. I didn't realize it did the whole train, so that's interesting. That's good. That's really good for us. And we do have 2 stings. Let's go ahead and restore a little bit of health here, and then we'll just do some damage, just flat damage to this guy, and we should get rid of him. That's great for us. So see, now we're starting to get comfortable with this game enough that we could talk about a few other things. So this is our big boss. This is going to be the relentless guy. And this is that awoken guy that we don't have capacity for anywhere. But we got this train steward, so let's hold this because we should get that channel song next. And let's just throw these out there, I guess. And let's do a little bit of damage. These guys are going to sneak off to the next level, so at least we can do a little bit of damage there and maybe help hold them off. And we'll intern. We are going to die here on the bottom floor. So talking about other things going on, I am a huge fan of The Masked Singer, and I hope that everybody else is. The finale, it looks like, comes out tomorrow of the recording of this, so you probably have already seen it. I am super pumped. I am a Turtle fan all the way, If you've never watched the show, let me tell you, I was super skeptical about it the first time that I saw it. Let's go ahead and hit that. And of course, we hit the unit that we didn't want to hit. That's typical. That's how it usually works. I was super skeptical of the whole show when I first saw it. And we'll go ahead and heal here. And I thought, oh, that seems pretty stupid that they wouldn't be able to see who's competing. But I'll tell you, it's a lot of fun. I like the guessing game of the characters. I've gotten a few right. There's been a few that I was like, well, doy, I should have known that. There was one person this season that I instantly knew when they just walked out the demeanor of the character. It was a no-brainer that that's who it was. So let's see. This guy's just gonna die, just straight out, just die. So I guess we should definitely restore health. So now it looks like he's gonna make it. And I guess once this guy dies, it doesn't matter what happens here. And we'll just go ahead and hit a little bit of a sting. And let's buff him a little bit here. And let's just go. So yeah, once the big boss is dead, it looks like it doesn't matter. So we did get that extra gold. But yeah, no. The Masked Singer, I love it. I'm a big Turtle fan. I think the Turtle should take it all. I have a feeling, though, that the Night Angel's going to win. You're probably listening to this and you're like, I don't care about any of this. But, you know, this is my place to talk to you about what I think is interesting. And so, you know what? Let's just go ahead and skip orders and take the coins. And this restore would be really good. You know, let's go ahead and take a second one of those. Then that way we can get rid of some of those minor heals that we have. So this should be, yeah, this should be a big boss. We're almost there. We're doing great. Let's see. We can upgrade some enemies. We've got a ton of gold, so we really need to. Let's go here. We can get some trinkets. We don't really need the pyre health. This will let us get rid of some cards, just like we said. Get some artifacts. Let's go this way. And we'll jump in. Let's jump into the shop here. So adds additional stack of rage. Additional stack. So that's not horrible. Friendly units gain 2 attack on a kill. We absolutely want this. I've gotten this friendly chest plate before. Let's get this. And you know what? Why not? We're going crazy. Let's do that as well. And let's go ahead and leave. And let's see what we have in here. So we have your pyre starts with an additional 8 armor each battle, or 50% chance to daze an enemy when the unit enters the terrain. I do think that that's huge for us. We'll get rid of some cards. We just talked about it. Let's get rid of some of these restores because they're not really doing a whole lot for us. And we still got a ton of money, so maybe the next go we can get some more. And we've got a boss here. I think we've beaten this boss once, but don't quote me on that. And let's see. Fel and her allies will add Scourge cards to your hand and deck. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Oh, so yeah, we have seen this one before. We want to kill all of these guardian statues here because they're going to stop us from moving on and doing some damage. And let's see. This is gonna. Okay, so if we don't use this, then we're gonna get hurt. 5 damage to our pyre. So let's just go ahead and get rid of it. Get it out there. We don't want it. We're going to put this big fiend here at the front. None of these guys are going to attack, which is great for us. We'll pop him back here as well. And then we don't have any energy, so we'll just end there. And we already got rid of one of those statues, which is great for us. Unfortunately, he's going to move up to the 2nd level. Yeah, but we did get a giant fiend, so you know we're not hurting, if you know what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and we'll pop him up here. That should kill this front one at least. And we could pop this one up here as well. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. I think that's probably the smart money on this turn. And let's go ahead and end turn for us. So we'll get rid of both of those statues. Now the last time I thought that made us fight the boss once we got rid of all the statues, but I may be wrong with it. And it looks like I am. So she buffed. Let's see. Oh no, she gave us another one of these. That's exactly what she did. So now, unfortunately, that's not a good place for us whatsoever. So we definitely, let's just get rid of these. We don't want to take the extra damage for no reason. Both of these guys are going to die. They're not going to do any damage to us anyways. The channel song is going to hit that big guy, which we just don't want to hit. Unfortunately, we keep getting a bad draw on that. But I don't think it's necessary for us to play any of these other cards. It would be nice to have the extra stings, but we're not in a real bad predicament here. So let's go ahead, get rid of that. So see, that's where that thin deck daddy comes in. So anyways, I see I'm getting distracted. That's that Boomer Brain. Boomer Brain again, doing its dirty work. But I really was impressed by what I've seen on The Masked Singer. It is not for everybody. I do agree with that. But I am pleasantly surprised that I enjoy it as much as I enjoy it. Because I didn't think I was going to like it at all. So there's your seal of approval. I recommend that you start watching it. And now that's not, I think it's all on Hulu. And you can watch it all the way through, which is better than the way that I was watching it, because when I was watching it, do a little bit of damage there. When I was watching episode to episode, and it kills you because they go so slow. The one thing I will say is we're getting that +2 attack every time we kill somebody, which is so nice for this front guy down here. Let's get rid of this. We don't want that at all. And you know what? Why don't we're going to add a little bit of damage to him. And we can't play anything else. So but that's okay. That's all right. Let's go ahead. So, you know, I had to wait week to week, and it kind of stinks. And also, the audience is the one that votes for who moves on, and I don't really like that. I think that's kind of icky. Let's go ahead. We'll use this, even if we get the train stir, which we did. He's going to be a little bit stronger. We'll pop him up here on the second floor. We can't use this guy, but when we get the other card back, or other attacker back, we will use that. Why don't we just restore some health here? It's not going to do a whole lot for us. And this guy is going to be buffed out of his mind. Getting that relic is going to really help us here. And she's going to throw another one of these weights on us, but that's not a problem. We'll just get rid of that. And let's see. We got 2 available for channel song. Let's just go ahead and use it. And unfortunately, we got the one that we didn't want again. That's okay. That's all right. We don't really need it anyways. So they're going to do some damage to her. Or him. I'm not really sure. Fell. And now we're on that final wave. So we got that relentless. It's not even going to matter because he's going to do a ridiculous amount of damage. So let's go ahead and just buff him just so that we can. Then restore all the health here, and we'll just go ahead and attack. I think that we have a winning strategy here. I don't know that we'll be able to beat the boss, and now the enemies actually get really hard. I think the next floor is the one that we lost really quickly to. So again, let's go ahead. Let's buff these up. We're gonna get the. I don't really think we need the more energy. Why don't we get more space on each floor, so then we can actually put some strong guys. Having a second channel song would be interesting. But we do have Rage, which does stack, and I don't think goes away. Yes, it does not decay. So actually, this would be pretty interesting too. But this is a consume, so it's going to get rid of it once we do it. So let's just do it in the second channel song. I think that's the smart way to go. And we didn't get an allied card deck there. We're going to wet the whistle here, so we could upgrade our spells and get another armor or another artifact and some more gold. Or we could get, we could buy some artifacts, get some pyre health, and go through this cavern. Why don't we go here to the left and upgrade some spells, because we still have a ridiculous amount of money. Let's gain an artifact. So 25% chance to do 5 damage when they enter the train. And let's see, spikes deal +1 damage. So let's just do the 5% chance here. And we're going to go ahead and get the coins. And we'll go ahead and get the merchant shop as well, and just see what's going on there. And let's see here. We can degrade some of the cost of a spell. I really think we should do that. Making channel song like free would actually be really cool. So why don't we do that? We'll just make one of our channel songs free. Double stack The status effects added by this card are doubled. Let's see, does that? None of our cards are eligible. That's okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of. Let's get rid of some cards that we're not using. We'll get rid of some of these torches. And you know what? We'll go ahead and purge some more. Get rid of you. We can get that thin deck going on, and we'll do it again. So we got rid of all those torches, which is good. I don't think we need to use the rest of it. Excuse me 1 second. I'm gonna return a Discord message. Got some buddies that are checking in on us, seeing how the streams are going, or not streams, how the videos are going. And yeah, so far I think we're doing good. Let's go ahead. We're gonna move on to that next comment. Sorry about that little reprieve there. And they gain 4 spikes whenever they enter, but we do get an artifact. You know what? Let's turn it on. We're doing so good right now. I definitely think that that's something we can do. At 45 minutes, so we're doing faster. We're getting further. This is where we died the last video, and so let's try and we're gonna try and get through this and make it to that final boss. So now we can actually put 2 of these fiends on the same floor. And I do think, let's play this, and we did get a buffed up fiend, which is great for us. We're going to pop him here in the front of the cart, and we'll pop his buddy back here in the back. And then we've got this awoken guy and the Hornbreaker Prince, the Hornbreaker Prince. We'll pop him up on the 2nd floor. We'll hold this guy for now, and let's go ahead and end. So these guys are going to be crazy. Unfortunately, the double strike just hits the same enemy. So we are going to see a little bit of a problem there. Let's pop him up here at the front, so he's not going to die. And I do think we should... Let's go ahead and pop the Vine Mother up here at the top. And we'll heal both of our enemies down here on the bottom floor to full health. We'll go ahead and end. She's going to grab us a sting, and we're going to do a ridiculous amount of damage. Unfortunately, we didn't get that cherub, but that's okay. But we are getting rid of some of these big boys. And you know, the spikes aren't horrible for us. As long as we get these full heals, they're even better. And let's see. This was kind of a bad pickup for us. So we'll get this sting. And let's just hit this front enemy, I guess. And let's see, we'll fully heal. Looks like we should fully heal this middle cart. And kind of in a sticky predicament here. Let's just go ahead, we'll heal him up, and we'll end turn. So the good thing is, once we get past these angel guys, we're not really having a problem. But we need to make sure we get another heal, because he's going to die if we don't heal. So this channel song is free. Let's go ahead and use that. We did just get a trained steward, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. You know what? I actually think the smart plan would be to put him up here. And then we'll full heal up here. And I think these guys need a full heal too, so we'll do that. We'll hit for 5. And then let's go ahead and end that turn. And then we've got a brief break here before we hit the boss. This has definitely been a little bit harder than what we've gone through before. So we'll do this and restore 15 health. And let's go ahead and we'll restore a little bit more health on this guy. I do think we can cut a little bit. Well, we don't have the ability to do that. Never mind. So we'll keep going. Unfortunately, now I said we didn't need any more ember or more power, but we definitely, I think we do. So the channel song, there's no reason to use that here. We do have 3 stings, so that's going to be 15 damage. That's definitely helpful. We can restore him up to almost full health and restore him here. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like either one of these guys are going to survive long enough to actually fight. So this might actually end up being a bad deal for us. Yeah, putting those spikes on, I think that might have been a bad idea to put, but that's okay. That's okay. We're still learning. So yeah, he's gonna die instantly. Maybe adding a little bit of attack to him would be a good idea. And let's just go up here. We'll heal these guys up to full. I guess we should have used that on him. We'll use some stings here. And we don't have any of these, unfortunately. We didn't even do any damage to him that turn. What is that? The trample. When attacking, excess damage is applied to... Oh, okay. I see. That's the reading that we should be doing here. So channel song isn't good for us. Really, unfortunately, none of this is really going to help us a whole lot. Let's see. We'll sting him, I guess. We can full heal, even though I don't think we're going to get anything out of that. We'll in-turn. Alright, so let's see. Can our pyre make it? Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to make it, guys. Well, man, the difficulty, it really ramps up on that 7th floor for sure. That is the second time we've gotten to him. Okay, so we unlocked a few more cards. So Hellhorn, level up to level 5 here. We can ascend, and a unit applies 2 days. Oh, ascend a unit and apply 2 days. So I can't imagine that would be good. I guess if we're trying to get somebody out of a bad spot. And then a new relic at the start of your turn, add a random int to your hand. So okay, so that would be interesting. If we got a random one, we didn't necessarily have to hold that in our deck. I kind of see where the imps could be good. And did we unlock anything for the Awoken class? We did. We're up to level 5 here as well. So let's see. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 5 times the amount of spikes on a friendly unit. So we haven't really had a whole lot of enemies with spikes, but I think that's because we haven't used the Awoken class as our main, or clan as our main clan. So maybe we should try that the next time. And we'll see Thorn Casing, Sting spells, get plus 10. That would be incredible with what we had going on with that card that spawns those stings for us. That would be awesome. So awesome. Great. Let's go ahead and let's look at that. Let's review what happened here. Man, we had some good. We did do a few specials there. Unfortunately, we died a little bit too early, but that's okay. That's all right. All right, guys. Well, this has been another run of Monster Train. I really appreciate all the support I've gotten so far. Thank you so much for watching. If you've stuck around with us for the whole 52 minutes, you must have liked something about the video, so I just ask, would you please hit that like button? Please share it with some friends. It's going to go a long way to help the channel. And, of course, if you subscribe, you'll get notifications if you ring that bell of every video. We have videos coming out every day. We got Monster Train coming out at 10 Central Time. And then I've got Golf with Friends coming out every day. Or Golf with Your Friends, I'm sorry. Coming out every day at 2. So that's kind of our schedule right now. We'll probably change that as we go. As well, you can pick up Monster Train. It's going to be a full release planned on May 21st of this year, obviously, on Steam. Once that comes out, we will go ahead and grab a copy of that, and we're going to play through the game and go for a while. And we'll just stick with it until you guys say, hey, we're sick of Monster Train. Can we try something else? So, again, I appreciate the support. Please come back and hang out with us. And like always, I hope that you have a super day. See ya. Bye.